Why are you so scared of getting better, of making a positive change, at least what should be a positive change in your life? Why is this so freaky? And the answer is because, well, usually it's hard. It's usually pretty freaking hard to make a better change, to be better, to get better at something, to overcome anything. It's tough. It's hard. And not only is it hard, it's the task at hand might be hard itself. But once you actually reach that stage, or you get to that next kind of like goalpost moving moment, it opens this other kind of spider web of more responsibilities, more people to know, more people to be in charge of, more it's tougher. Being better usually means you have more responsibility. That's what I'm trying to say. As a very long-winded way of saying that. So makes it scary, and it might be you might not be like actually thinking in your head, oh man, I really don't want to apply for the team lead position. I'm really scared. There might be some of that, some of those kind of thoughts involved, but usually it's not even like a conscious recognition of you wanting to like shirk responsibilities. Normally, I mean, I've said it before how you can never lie to yourself. It's like deep inside, truthfully, you can never lie to yourself, but it is easy to just like cope and make up these little excuses and stuff, and then take them at the surface level for what they are. For example, like the company that I work at now, I started off as just a regular tech support agent. Very bottom rung of the ladder. Biggest team in the entire company. Pretty much zero barrier to entry and everything like that. And after about a year working there, I had the opportunity to become a team lead, to be the weekend manager. I was 22 years old, and I was going to be in charge of people who are twice my age, and 10 of them on the weekend. I was going to be the only authoritative figure on the weekends. Actually, it was scary, dude. That was a scary choice. I remember it kind of thinking it was like sucky at the time, because it was like, oh man, yeah, I really want to be a team lead, but dude, I have to sacrifice my weekends, and it was tough. And all that to say, like when I actually went through and did do it and became the weekend manager, it was hard. It was freaking hard. But the opportunities and the experience and the really just opportunities and experience. That's all you need. Those are the basis of pretty much everything that happens in our life. Opportunities and experience. When the two meet, that is what we call luck, people. Luck is when preparation meets opportunity. This was an example of that. Being a team lead, I pretty much grew into a leader. I learned how to manage people. I learned how to talk to people, how to de-escalate people who were super pissed off, either both like employee-wise internally or like consumers of the product. Honestly, I feel like it was a trial by fire, but I came out a fucking phoenix, dude. And now I work at the same company just almost 5 years later. I'm still one of like I would say, maybe not youngest now, but still like younger people to be there. And I'm a writer for their marketing team. Total 180 difference from what I started out as. But writing is what I've always done. That's what I've always loved to do. And if, that was kind of the goal, was to make a salary or money being a content and copywriter. And hey, that's where I ended up. That's where I am now. And we're only going to go forward, people. So we can go up, 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 we can up, up. On the real, though. So that is kind of just an IRL example of, usually getting better at something or leveling up, if you will, at something means it's going to be a little bit harder. That next stage is going to be harder. But again, think about all the badass stuff that's going to come out of that. I'm going to default to one of my favorite books, and probably one of, I'm just going to say, the best books of all time ever written, The Count of Monte Cristo. It's kind of a common theme in that book. Not the greater the suffering, the greater the reward, but the greater that you work or suffer at something, the deeper appreciation you feel for the things that come later in life. The rewards or the things or the bridges that connect, or the doors that opens. It might suck, you know, in the story of the Count of Monte Cristo, this 19-year-old boy, on his wedding day, he's made the captain of the ship. Like, made a captain. He's gonna, big whole thing, is getting married to the love of his life. Boom, he's arrested for 15 years, or no longer. I think it's 19 years. He's arrested for a long-ass time, almost multiple decades of his life. But then he goes on to become, like, pretty much IRL Iron Man like Bruce Wayne and all that kind of stuff, but like back in that day. It's mostly a story about revenge and everything and yada, 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 but without going into too much detail, it's an awesome book. And it's a great example of that, knowing and appreciating the things that life has rewarded you. It takes a little bit of work, dude. It takes a little bit of work to get from point A to point B. It's just like lifting, you know? When you first start working out, those first like 3 months, your progress is going to be like just going straight up. But after a little bit, those beginner gains kind of start to fade away. You know, the newbie gains kind of start to fizzle out. You start to plateau a little bit. You got to start switching things up, surprising the body, eating more, incorporating cardio. The same approach doesn't just work forever. The same thing goes with life too, you know? Going from point A to B might be a certain, you know, level of easiness or just require a certain level of effort and energy from you. But to go from B to C, that might take way more effort or way less. Or either way, it's just going to look way different than that first leg of the journey. You know, so even if you're happy where you're at right now or you're content and everything, that's awesome. First of all, that is super freaking awesome. I'm proud of you. That's great. But don't get comfortable. Don't let that fear, that unknown fear of getting better, of leveling up, prevent you from doing so. You know? You said it, Ophelia. My cat is hungry. You a hungry little fatty, huh? You a hungry little fatty, huh? But I had an awesome day. I hope you guys are having an excellent Monday so far. It's been a freaking fantastic start to the week. I had a badass cardio session on my lunch, cardio and abs, and I've got an even more badass leg day planned later. The day just keeps getting better, dude. It was a great day at work. I got all my meals. I feel pretty excellently hydrated. I've got some good like short TikTok and Instagram reel ideas that I want to make. Been an awesome day. But if there's one thing that I want you guys to take away from this video, it's kind of that last point that I mentioned, is that going from point A to B might be one thing, you know, that's one stage of the journey. It might feel one way, but to level up from step B to C, that could be a whole other push, whole other kind of journey you're looking at, okay? Don't let that intimidation or kind of like daunting feeling of going to the next step prevent you from doing that, all right? That's the main thing. I know you guys got it freaking covered, though. I probably sound just like a broken record at this point because I'm so freaking proud of you guys. You guys have any plans for the week? Song for the day, also, by the way, is Bullet Train by Pizza Girl. It's like one of my favorite songs of all time. It's funny because that song was actually, I used to listen to it a lot during a really hard time of my life. And sometimes when I have like certain memories associated with specific songs, I'm like, yeah, I don't really want to listen to this one anymore. Like, for example, like the David song, who freaking was dating minors and then chopped up the... Disgusting, first of all. But I can't listen to any of those songs anymore. And, I mean, they were good. It was good. Of course, I'm not gonna lie, they were good-ass songs, but I'm not gonna be listening to a freaking Chomo and kidnapper and like serial killers music, you know? That's just wrong. But with the song Bullet Train by Pizza Girl, that was a rough time in my life, dude. I had roommate problems, job problems, money problems, relationship any problem, like on a multiple choice thing, just all of the above. I was going through it. But for whatever reason, I don't really feel those negative like emotions when this song plays. It's almost like a reminder of like, damn, that shit happened, but look where I am now. Like, we fucking ended up on top of that shit. The Joe Star mindset. You knock him down, he's just gonna get up 10 times stronger. You know, that's how we should be going through life, people. Stop being scared to be better. Stop being scared of progression. It's gonna be okay. It might hurt. It might sting. It might be hard. It might just straight up suck for a year or two. But you know what, dude? The rest of your life, you're going to be so grateful that you made the changes that you did, that you pushed the way that you pushed. So please take it from me and my experiences. Do what it freaking takes, guys. Do what it takes, all right? I made some pancakes at like 11:30 p.m. last night. So now I got kind of a crap ton of dishes to do, damn it. It's all good. They were some good-ass pancakes, though. I'm low-key getting my pancake making abilities down to a freaking science. Okay, I'm gonna lock in for these dishes, though. I only got a few more left. Then I'm gonna get my lunch prepped, make some coffee and stuff for tomorrow. Not much else to say. I think that was a pretty solid-ass video. I hope you guys have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll see you tomorrow on Tuesday for the rest of it. Here's my cat really quick. You guys want to see my cat? Ophelia. Oh, that's just a door. Hang on. Hi, baby. All right. See you guys later. Have an awesome rest of your day.